Previously on the Massive Action Movement Show.
It's Super Bowl week. Super Bowl! I got a conference call with Gopher to start the week. We got a private penthouse party. Go over. Like, y'all send me a lot of data, so that should be good enough. Now, we got there, we've been having problems with the venue because they're trying to bring a whole another group of people in. Long day, just got back, filming, got a Super Bowl meeting as well. Some shit looks like it's going down. Consistency is greater than talent.
Where I'm from, we spend on women. It is what God put us here to do. Let me spend on you.
The Brittany Rayner event, Bundles of Brittany. If you don't know, Bundles of Brittany is a very famous Instagram celebrity. She has fun, she turns up, the event turns out to be a huge success. But this event, whew! What's up? I thought I'd kind of make this short little video, kind of give you more insights, I guess, from while I'm on the road of entrepreneurship. And I guess kind of today, I woke up and had this idea in my mind about, it's one of those thoughts I've been having for a long time about the level of intensity that you need in order to be successful. So it's a little bit of a calmer week. Last week was the Super Bowl, and a lot was going on. I know in entrepreneurship, we like to see all the glamour. We like to see all the hustle, the grind, and the big events. But a lot of entrepreneurship is just putting your head down and doing the work. Right now, finishing up the last parts of the presentation for the first prototype course tomorrow. Very excited about that. So this week started off with a bang because the first thing I had to do was do my Massive Action Entrepreneurship Seminar. And this was the first seminar that I was doing to test my ideas and put them out in the world, to prototype, to see if this is something that people want to purchase. Are you ready? I'm about to take you into the world of entrepreneurship they don't show you on TV. Now, I admit being a little bit nervous the first time that I was doing this seminar, because when you do a seminar or you do anything, you have this sneaking suspicion in the back of your mind that people are going to say, who the fuck do you think you are to put out something? You think you're an expert? You think you're somebody who can talk about this? Or maybe people won't like it. Maybe people say, I don't think it was that good. So you have all these fears swirling around your head. And I definitely had those fears going into this seminar. 3:25 in the morning. I'm still in here working on this damn presentation. It's about to be crazy though. So the night before, I'm rushing. It's like the last minute, nothing's going as planned right off the bat. And I have to stay up all night to do the presentation to get it out the day before. So it's about 4:15 in the morning right now, finishing up the last parts of the presentation. The PowerPoint's messing up, my computer's failing. All these things are happening in the midst of me trying to get the seminar out on time. I stay up all night. I don't get much sleep, and I have to immediately wake up after maybe 30 minutes of sleep and drive to the seminar. And I'm going to be delivering a 5-hour talk. Right now, we're running a little bit late for the Massive Action Movement Show. The actual presentation, when I transferred over to Will's laptop, it wasn't working. So I had to find a way to make it work. So we had to print out the last little things for the event. So we rushed over to the Office Depot. And right now, my heart is racing. People are calling me up already like, yeah, we're getting ready to pull up to the event. I can't wait to hear the information. I think it's going to be a great seminar. And I'm not even there. So we rushed to Office Depot, print some stuff out, and we quickly drive over to the venue. To the seminar with Will. He was a little bit late, but still got to get it done, still got to take action. So, yeah. Hey, what can I say? Not perfect, right? When we finally get to the venue, we pull up, there's a couple people there, and I walk in. I'm nervous, my heart is beating because this is the first time that I'm going to deliver a seminar in this format. I've been working on these ideas for like the past 2 years, and to put them out, it's a little bit nerve-wracking, I must admit. So I get in there and I talk. I go through all the different concepts. And the seminar itself turned out to be a great success. The people who came, which was like 2 people at the time, it turned out to be a great success. They enjoyed the content. They loved what they were presented with. Yeah, I built the first course. We got a lot of good feedback. And not only that, I learned that I don't think the way I was presenting that content was the best way to put those ideas out. And I was just a learning experience, and that's why you prototype courses, and that's why you put things out. Here we are about 4 o'clock in the morning, just got back, wanted to record this little, I guess, insight Massive Action Movement Show. Today, had my first Massive Action Entrepreneurship Seminar, kind of tested it. Learned a lot of things, got a lot of positive feedback. I was prototyping the course, I gave it away for free for the first time just to test it, see how people felt about it. But I learned a lot about how I'm actually going to sell this thing, about how I'm actually going to provide value. And a lot of things that I learned from that seminar are going to be things that I apply to my business moving forward. And that's a lot of what entrepreneurship is. Testing stuff, experimenting, learning from it, and then applying that to your business in the future. So it's Wednesday. We got the Massive Action Talks on Friday. And we're still churning right along. So today, about to get out there and film. So it's business as usual. You know, I'm going out to film my weekly video for the week. And this week, I'm talking about how to get punched in the mouth and keep going. So they say you can never trust anybody until they've been punched in the mouth. So I want you to imagine a situation, a scenario, if you will, right now. You're going through life and you've got your business going. Maybe you've got some course of action that you're taking. You don't know if it's right or wrong. You may ask the people around you, but you can't get the proper feedback. That's not your fault, because maybe the people around you, they don't know how to tell you the right thing. Maybe they just don't know how to explain things in a way that you would understand or you would listen. But what happens? You ultimately face a failure, and it clearly shows you, objectively, no room for argument, that you need to do shit in a different way. This is what we call being punched in the mouth. Because, you know, in business, you're gonna have ups, you're gonna have downs, you're gonna have setbacks, but it's how you continue after those setbacks that really comes to define you as an entrepreneur. You already know what time it is. We filming. We teach people how to be entrepreneurs. And we talking about, well, you gotta get punched in the mouth sometimes. Some people scared. Sometimes you gotta get smacked on that face, and then you'll know how to do some business. One of the reasons I love filming out in the world or going out in places is because I think it's more engaging to watch somebody filming instead of like being in a room or something and talking to you about entrepreneurship. But also, I always find these interesting opportunities when I go out and film like this. So I'm sitting there filming the video, and as soon as I finish, a guy walks up to me. He actually owns the lot next door to where we're filming. And he wants to work with us on events in the future. So I sit there and talk to him, and I'm like, wow, what great opportunity presented itself just by me going out here and taking action. And one of the principles I hold dear is that if you're just willing to take action, you put yourself out there, the opportunities will come. And this guy owned an entire parking lot downtown. He's talking about doing big events for the upcoming summer season. And I was excited just at the opportunity or the possibility of working on this. He actually shows me around the entire building, and he's just talking about everything they're gonna do and the plans they have for expansion on the building.
But our main truck that's gonna be here every day is Noah's.
And not only that, he wants us to help with it. So I'm excited to see where this leads us in the future. But it just goes to show you that when you take opportunities, when you take action, you put yourself out there, great opportunities come out of nowhere. And it's just crazy how many times this type of stuff happens. So I always tell people it's crazy how when you take an action, opportunities come to you. Like we're just literally sitting out here, you got the opportunity to work with this big venue. So it's Massive Action Talk time, so I'm getting ready into it, I'm getting prepared, I've got all my notes together, and I'm ready to deliver an amazing talk. So right now, I'm getting ready to head to the second Massive Action Talk that I'm hosting. I'm not really as nervous this time. I mean, you know, you still get the kind of jitters before anything like this. Maybe that'll go away one day. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just getting ready to head out right now. I'm about to call an Uber. I'm about to head up there. I've already packed everything up. I got my equipment right here. So, as usual, before the talk, I'm just by myself. I take my Uber. It's kind of become my ritual now that I take an Uber ride over there. Once again, walking out, going to a seminar. Feeling good today. Feeling good about this seminar. Got a lot of great concepts to share. Waiting for a pickup. I'm ready to go to the seminar. So, you know, I like these times before the seminar. And I get to talking to the guy in the car. The guy in the car is actually a pretty cool guy. He's talking about all the stuff that he does.
I was like, just do one at a time. Yeah.
Crazy. Man, I had, when I was in college, I had a professor, man. He started talking to his wife, and he started messing with this other lady. You know, he started whining, dying, everything, about to really leave his wife. Come to find out 3 months later, him and her and his wife were setting him up so they could get more money out of alimony because say he was cheating. And he's actually done some business stuff himself. So it's a pretty cool ride over to the seminar. Out the Uber, she was pulling off in the background. I had a crazy conversation with the guy that was in the Uber, man. It was just really good connection. He worked for Chevron, so you know, it's crazy all the things that can come to you just by being out here taking action, doing stuff. It seems like when I'm on the path of doing what I need to do, opportunities always come my way. When I get there, I set up all by myself. Nobody's there to help me set up. You know, that's part of entrepreneurship. It's just what it is. You know, when you're starting off, when you're starting from the bottom, you know, you got to go in there. You got to put your own chairs up. You got to go in there. You got to take action. You can't wait for somebody else to do things for you. Just finished setting up. As always, you see me. It's just me. No flashing mirrors. I'm here by myself. So I get to the seminar on that way, and I'm actually excited about this one because since I got the first one out the way, I've been feeling really good because the first one was a success, a huge success. A good number of people came to my first seminar. I sat there for a couple minutes, and the time when the seminar was supposed to start, it went by, and I noticed nobody was showing up. So I was sitting there by myself, and I didn't actually even do the seminar. The lesson I learned is that no matter if people show up or not, you still have to do the work. You still have to do the seminar. You still have to take the action. And as I sit there, I realized I had taken my first major loss. What I realized, though, is that in entrepreneurship, and kind of a theme that I noticed this entire week, whether it was my Massive Action Entrepreneurship seminar, whether it was me talking about the idea of getting punched in the mouth and learning the lessons from it, those were the things that were happening to me this week. Now, there's a lot of things I could point to with the seminar of why it didn't go the way that I thought it would go or the way I thought it should go. But I could always point back to reasons that within my own organization and within myself that I could have done differently in order to make it succeed. And I think a lot of times in entrepreneurship, that's what we forget. We forget that losses will happen. We forget that in order for us to succeed in entrepreneurship, we have to realize there's no such thing as failure. There's only feedback. And if you keep following me on this journey, you'll see my ups and downs. And I like to show this because I want you to understand that entrepreneurship is not always glamorous. And when you watch me coming from the bottom, you understand that in order for you to do the same thing, in order for you to come from the bottom, you will have to learn to deal with setbacks and failures. And I hope by watching this journey, you understand that failures, setbacks, or anything like that are part of the program, and it's just something that happens on the way to your success.